Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you. Just gonna look at the new McDonald's over there. Just opened up just the other day. Oh man, all fired up here for you. All fired up here at work today. I honestly thought that when I woke up today, I was gonna care a little bit less about WrestleMania 32 with Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I was texting my friends last night. Honestly, like I want to pack a bag. I mean, like that video that I made last night talking about Undertaker versus Brock at SummerSlam was honestly made minutes after the match ended, and you know everything was. I was waiting to make sure that the ending of the pay-per-view was the absolute ending of the pay-per-view. Normally, you know, as soon as they ring the bell, I start making my video, so I have my first thoughts coming right out of my mouth. But you know, Lesnar walked over, not Lesnar, Heyman started walking over, and he started banging the bell and things like that. But you know, I was texting my friends, and they already were at the point like, you want to see that match again? You know, like it wasn't great. It was good, but you know, that's supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania 32. I mean, like, you know, for a while now, we've known that WrestleMania 32 is going to Dallas, and it's going to have a big, huge main event. When people drew up, you know, their dream cards, you know, people were saying, you know, oh, Shawn Michaels has to wrestle, Stone Cold Steve Austin has to wrestle, you know, just throwing out all these people with any connection to Texas. You know, maybe they'll dig up Dusty Rhodes and put him in there, because everybody thought that in order for WWE to have a huge WrestleMania and reach this dream number of people of 100,000 people in one place watching wrestling at one time, they were going to have all these legends instead of using the current main roster and then the guys that they have. I guess you can pretty much consider Brock Lesnar a part of the main roster, but guys like Triple H and The Rock, the guys that only wrestle, you know, once in a while for WWE, those guys, I'm pretty sure, I mean, The Rock is going to want a piece of that money, and I'm sure that they can dream up the right situation for him. They've been talking about, you know, Rock versus Triple H for a while. I remember last year they were talking about Rock versus Brock. But as of right now, you got to say that Undertaker and Brock Lesnar are tied together. Unless they're going to blow this off at like a Survivor Series or Hell in the Cell, which they could. I mean, they're really trying to push the network, and they're really trying to give us the biggest matches that they can. They had, you know, Lesnar wrestle at the last pay-per-view. Damn, what was the name of that show? Was it Battleground? I'm not even 100% sure what the name of that last show was, but they had, you know, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. They gave a Lesnar match away with the Beast in the East live from Tokyo show. You know, they're trying to make everything on the network every month mean something. That way the people that are subscribing, you know, stay subscribed. So it's not out of the reach, but I mean, everybody is thinking that this has WrestleMania written all over it. You know, obviously probably Taker woke up a little battered and bruised today. He's going to probably need some time to, he's in shape, and, you know, he's just going to need some time to, you know, have those bruises and stuff go away. I'm sure that, you know, the abuse that he took in that match, he's going to be feeling for a good little while, and I don't really see him crawling into the ring again in 2 months, even if it is for, you know, just a brawl. But I mean, if you go back and you watch, what was that, No Mercy 2002, the Hell in the Cell Brock versus Taker match, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to put those guys into the cell if that's going to go down. But my money, everybody's talking about WrestleMania 32, and you know, I'm ready. I got the Bullet Trip coming up this week, and I think from after that, you know, I've got the Aftershock thingy, which is basically like a music festival here with NXT. Maybe WWE comes one time in between then and now, but WrestleMania 32 is going to be my next trip. That's it. I'm going to be stuffing money into my Before They Were Superstars Volume 2 DVD to make sure that we go there and we have a great time. I'm waiting for those WrestleMania packages to go on sale. I'm trying to build my stable and you know, make sure that I have everybody in there and have a great time, because it's going to be a ton of fun. Make sure you guys don't miss out. I think that Taker versus Brock is a match that they're going to be able to build a whole lot of videos behind and make it mean something. I know that at least we know the next match we see from Brock Lesnar will at least be in October for the live Madison Square Garden show. I don't know if they're going to build that up as the first time we see Brock before or well, after his loss, and he's going to go out there and, you know, kill Fandango or something like that. I don't really know who you can put in that match. You know, Kofi Kingston on paper sounded like it was going to be a great match. He got a little bit of offense in at the start, throwing a couple kicks, but that match was less than 4 minutes, and it was just a murdering. It was a killing in the ring to see how bloodthirsty Brock was after losing the title at WrestleMania 31, and it was to show Rollins that he was going to do whatever it took in order to get that championship back that he lost at WrestleMania. But I'm fired up. Hope you guys are fired up. WrestleMania is going to be right around the corner. It's going to be here before we know it. Going to be Taker's last match. I mean, it's got to be, right? I don't know. I mean, when I was listening to Wrestling Observer, you know, and they were talking about, people were talking to Undertaker when Texas was being rumored to have a WrestleMania around this time, and you know, they were 5 years out. Everybody was saying this was going to be Taker's WrestleMania, and every time anybody would ask Taker about it, Taker was even saying he didn't think he was going to make it this long. I mean, do you see Taker wrestling Brock and then coming back for another match? There's very few people that you can put him against. I know that there's dream matches out there. WWE had a article of that not that long ago about dream opponents of The Undertaker. Definitely people want to see him wrestle Finn Balor. People want to see him wrestle Brock, John Cena, Seth Rollins. Luke Harper was another one of them. I mean, if anything, I want to see Cena versus Undertaker. In my heart, it won't mean as much as it would have, you know, 2 years ago, because the streak is done. Because what I think is, if anybody has a chance to break the streak, it would have been John Cena. And why he didn't get a chance in order to try and break it, I've got no clue. This is a guy that, as of today, has held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship 15 times. You know, he's a former United States champion. He's a former tag team champion. I don't know. I'm sure if he wrestled in the King of the Ring, he would have won that. But he hasn't been in one yet. But this guy's done just about everything. And why you wouldn't put him up against you know, the aged veteran, the guy that can get the job done on the biggest stage of them all every time? I got no clue. And it's been rumored that Vince says that there's no interest in that match. I know somebody's buying a ticket if that match happens. I know I'd be there.